So there is a certain element, because of the gestures that you always portray, it actually polishes your language, polishes speech much better, right? Any other doubts?
When you are giving a speech, you usually think of what to say next. So in that time, you forget how to
Very good question. So he's saying, when you're trying to say something else, you forget what to action, or there is a certain kind of action that you're supposed to say, which you are not able to get to. You're supposed to say. My friend always speaks slow. First principle. Think and say. Second thing is, your thoughts are 7 times faster than your action. You want to speak something now, what I have to speak is faster, it's already downloading. What I have to say is 7 times faster, it comes. The action comes only when you say. So it's very easy when you practice that if I have to tell you, not tell you, tell you, or tell you, all is the same, no? But each time when you say, when I'm telling you, meaning it's irritated. How many times you tell you, you're not listening to me? But if I point and say, I'm telling you, it's threatening. You bloody well do it, otherwise no. There are meaning for all these things. Please do it. He says, say, come on, do it. I tell the workers, come here man, just do the work and go. He says, I will not do it. He says, well boss, I have to finish the job today. Yes sir, I will do the job. The difference? So gestures are also important. So when you're talking, what kind of talk you want to give? I was very irritated with this fellow who was going on nagging me. Yes, that's what you say. But I love this guy who told me that I was the best person. Obviously the best person you love. And the way he said it also, you see the way you say it, the gesture, very important. So whatever words you say, please follow that with the same kind of gesture. That's all is the simplicity of talking. When somebody says, you know, you go to, I went last night to this restaurant out here in New York City, Toscano, lovely food, good wine, nice ambience, lovely. You must go check it out there. That's all. This restaurant in UBC, Toscano restaurant. Fabulous food, excellent food, and wine. Wow, it's a nice smell of wine and ambience. Just relaxed, have a nice meal. People say, oh my god, yeah, this place sounds good. Because you have the ambience, nice smell of wine, good food, delicious. Simple gesture, good food. So each one, whatever you have, good smell. So please enact it. As simple as that. Because you're using simple words, you're not using complicated words. For example, if I want to say metamorphosis, I don't know what kind of gesture I got to use. But it's still a change, right? I can simply say, what a change. What a change. And then when I went into the metamorphosis, that was also the same. Enormous, opulent place, very good, nice language, but many people don't understand. Friends, that's another thing. Your vocabulary may be very good, but people don't understand. You don't have to have people having dictionary for you to say. So use simple words, simple gestures. If you've seen, I'm touching upon some of these movies and other things is only because of the fact that you can see. I'm not touching on the fact of the people who are on radio or commentators or people in TV presentations, because they have TV presentations both talking and as well as gesturing. They have to do it. But some of the acting that you do, some people who are dumb, deaf and all that stuff, you see how in their eyes and their face, it's just simple. They communicate. So you know what I mean? All this drama is not necessary. Gestures is not about being completely in action and drama. It's very simple.
So when you rehearse your speeches, you also rehearse your gestures.
Yes.
Then does it lose spontaneity when you actually do it?
Yes. That's why you need a printer.
But then doesn't it lose spontaneity when you actually give the gestures? In your
When you're practicing, what are you practicing? Practicing the whole same word correctly for the love. Every time somebody says, I'll give you a good example of this. I had a guy who was giving a lovely speech, which he said, I met this beautiful girl. Every time he came, I met this beautiful girl. Every time he said, I came and met this beautiful girl. He said, hello boss, beautiful girl. Gesture. Or don't say gesture at all. I met this beautiful girl. I met this wonderful girl. No. Finally, a speech saying, I met this beautiful girl. What's the point? What's the gesture? You're practicing. What are you practicing? It's not the spontaneity. Here, spontaneity is if you're just said I met a beautiful girl, but just said I met a beautiful girl. You don't have to go to good gestures for that, right? But when you're doing a speech, you know, you're rehearsed. So there is not a question of spontaneity. You see how well you can communicate with the other people who are listening to you. That's why you need mentors. That's why you always ask, mentor has to actually tell you exactly what you're doing right or wrong. My mentor is my mirror and my real mentor. And look at my face and say, oh bloody idiot, what are you going to talk? On the mirror. Shit, is this the way you're going to talk? Is this the way you're going to say? Is this the way you're going to look? Ah, it's terrible. Then you go to the mentor and say, here's this. Is that the way you want to talk? Is this the way you want to behave? Forget it. Forget the speech. The speech is not any speech. Get out. My mentors have made me sit and hear speeches at 1 o'clock in the night. You know why? He says the whole day's work, you come here at 1 o'clock in the night, you have this energy to work, this flow is important. Because you're going to give the speech at 6 in the evening and not 4 in the morning. You're fresh in the morning at 10 o'clock, you're very energetic. What happens at 6:30 at 8, you're going to give the speech. You're down in energy. You're losing. So your gesture has to be there as possible at every point of time. Rehearse if you're giving a speech. Spontaneous speeches, when you rehearse this, in your tabletop is spontaneous. Tabletop is also, if you see most of the good tabletop speakers, Toastmasters will know, they speak a little slowly. Because they don't goof off, because they're in the contest or they're talking. So every time you give a topic, they'll say, please repeat the topic, which is not a good idea anyway. But then this is the topic and say, okay, that's the topic. Come to the topic, say something. Come to the topic, say something. Yeah, anything else?
So other than verbal communication and gestures, is there any other form of communication?
All body language, that body language is gesture basically. Anything, like Rajiv sir, probably is visually impaired, he cannot see what you're doing, but then he still gestures, not as much. Because his space is restricted. He doesn't know where he's going to go, where he's going to do that. But then when he knows the stage is there, let's say they take him around, they show him this is the space he's got, that's all the space he's got. He counts 7, 8, 9, 10 steps, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. Rajiv sir is so perfect. You take him around, he counts 10, and he knows. When he's giving his speech, he'll go there. In his mind, he knows it's 7, 8, and then after that, he will not print out the 10. He'll come back to the 9. Then come and count. Then he knows where 3, 4, 5, and he knows where the table is. 5 will stop there.
So it's a profile while giving a speech and dancing or gesturing a speech, is it good or bad?
No, when you're giving a speech on dancing, it's fine. But every speech is not dancing like this. No? Yeah? See, dance is not necessarily there. You can just do the dancing on the space. No, I don't have to move at all. I just do the dancing here. This kind of dancing, that kind of dancing. I don't have to go all over the stage also. All I can just do is, she was dancing beautifully there. There's no problem at all. She was a wonderful dancer. Her gestures were beautiful. All that I can do without even moving any part of my body. So either the gestures are there, they are whatever. As long as we talk about that particular subject. So when people talk about their personal experiences, very easily you can talk about it because you can narrate its own thing. You're not taking somebody else's idea. Social networking is my own idea. What I think, what I feel is my opinion personally. Fine, you express it. The way you express it to your friends. You're talking here, sitting here, talking here, that yeah, it's lovely, wonderful, nice, then they're giving speeches, they say, yeah, I said girl, my set of bangles. This is all gesture, yeah? Why all this whole you say all these things? No, you don't have to say all these things, very simple. As simple as the words can be, as simple as the gestures can be. Unless you're going to give, okay, somebody is saying, for example, road, okay, somebody is saying, yeah, I was coming on the road and I saw an accident. Okay? Is he going to say that? He saw an accident and then the blood oozing out from there and I saw the guy getting blood and then we go, oh my god, I saw this guy met with an accident, blood was oozing out from him. He did blood, I didn't get able to get blood because anxiety. What are you actually experiencing here? Is that anxiety? Excitement is not there. This is anxiety. This concern for the person who met with an accident. Correct? So, where you have to use that kind of gestures, you have to use. If you mix and match, then you have a problem.
So, one more thing, in our school days, we are taught that narrative forms and everything that is supposed to hold like this, and then you have to narrate. Why is that so?
because you're by hearting. There's nothing called by heart. Heart doesn't by heart. It's a mind that decides, right? They're saying only because you're going to go haywire. I know your mind is going to say the same thing. And you're going to hit somebody, you're going to do all kinds of things. He's saying this is only because there are certain points that are not all the points. I don't know which kind of points. Wordsworth point, an innocent point, or whatever. Yes, certain things that the teacher says for some reason, they say it at that point of time. But that does not necessarily mean that every time you want to be the same. See, friends, first thing what you do is, my personal opinion is that every day in the morning when you get up, when your voice is a little coarse, and your face is not so great about it, and you're not washed and all that stuff, do one thing, take the newspaper, magazine, anything, take a paragraph out of it, read in front of the mirror. I guarantee you, in 6 months, you will be definitely a far better speaker than what you're doing. Because what you wear and what you are has no bearing on what you can be, correct? What you wear, what you are, no bearing on what you can be. So why not try something? I do that every day. Every day, even now. Do a little bit of yoga and all that, you know, home for voice modulation, then I do sasana with home so that my voice, you know, I have the range of voice, move it up. Simply I sleep. Simply I sleep. Why? Then 7 minutes I hold my breath. Just to make sure my energy is there, my lungs are good. Simple, nothing good. That's all the reason. My neighbors are talking about the helicopter today. Every day 6 in the morning will be shocking. And also sometimes you keep saying to yourself, when you whisper, and I told you, when you whisper to the person who is not hearing you. So when you're whispering, when you're telling something to somebody, when you whisper, you don't say, I whispered and this is what they heard. No. Whisper, which is come. That's all the gesture. Whisper. And say hello. That's all the gesture. No? When you're giving a talk here, when you're coming in here, I told them very silently, I told this lady that please don't take away my cookies. I told this lady silently, don't take away my cookies. That's all the gesture. You're not doing anything different. So voice modulation is just go well because actually there will be a fantastic one on voice modulation. It's going to be the next time. But I'm saying you must combine both of this. Always. And many of you might have got stuck with this, or sometimes you get stuck with certain things. Don't get stuck with it, just leave it around. Just let this be free. The only idea that I will give you when you say gestures are very easy to make is just keep your hands free. Don't be bound by this. Many people do that. No, don't do that. Just leave it. Leave your hands free. It's okay. Because when somebody is looking at you, they're not judging you, but they are trying to find out what you're actually trying to mean. When you're doing this and saying, yeah, tell me what's it. Say, oh, you know everything. What the hell am I supposed to do? Yeah, I know everything. Okay, go ahead, say it. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm not doing it. That's all these mean gestures. When you're doing this also, I know exactly what somebody is doing. Intuitive. Yeah. Let's see. Somebody is saying, what the hell are you going to say more than I know? No. See, these are gestures people can pick up. How nice it was without even shaking hands and all. Just the other day, when I was looking at the sky, it was nice and bright. Today, rainy, gloomy, I like that lovely summer. Just that people you can change. You don't have to go. That day, this day, depends on what you want, how you want to see it. But gesture is important. There is nothing called a rule or a style for gesture, my friend. How you are, be like that. Be original. As simple as that. When you're talking to everybody I see, you're talking very well, in the break. After that, when they come here, something changes. Chemical reaction. Yep. Anything else? I think the time is over, right? Or anything specific? Those masters are very specific.
Are we allowed to make faces like Japanese?
Huh?
Are we allowed to make faces like
Of course. Oh, yes. I do a lot of them. All that we do. Why not? Yeah. Why not? Tell me, if you go to, I went, I went past this place, Empire. Empire is there. I went past Empire to walk early in the morning. Suddenly I found, oh, nice food that was very sticky Because it is like that. So if you do that, people will know that it was so bad, yeah, that you had to close your mouth. It was stinky, obnoxious, so they can get everything that you want in this small box. You want to be dramatic, as I told you earlier. Where you want to make it dramatic, you should. If you have a topic that is very dramatic, you should. If you are reading a like you said, a poem or reading a play, for example, it's a big dramatization. You must dramatize. But gesture is not dramatization. It's all depending on your speech. Whatever speech you give, take the words, put the words in. You're giving 6 or 7 minute speech here. Obviously, there are 15, 20 words in there, many things. Put the gestures. Put life into your words, not just gestures. Yeah? Final point. Putting life into your speech. Putting life into your words and gestures. Okay? All of you will change tomorrow. Why? You change now. Change the next 1 hour, you can change. Yeah, Prakash? All yours.